So this is our supper. It's Greek salad. This time I put a little sumac on it because I found that I can buy ground sumac for a reasonable price at Bulk Barn. So we're gonna try to use a little more of it, I think, because I do like it. And we're drinking, well, I gave James 1 glass of regular water, but we're drinking coconut water, which doesn't have any cholesterol at all, or any saturated fat. So, but I had been putting that in my smoothies the past couple days, actually. But I ran out of blueberries. I have to go picking if I'm gonna be able to have more blueberry smoothies, so I decided to take a break on the smoothies. I'm always dropping food on my pretty dresses. That is so good. I always prefer Kalamata olives on it, but I ran out of Kalamata olives, and this is what we had. Somebody gave us this can of olives, and I'm very thankful for it, so it'll still be great, just not Kalamata olives, right? I did remember to put the cilantro on though this time. I forgot the last time I made it. And I didn't put any olive oil on mine. James can put some on his if he wants to, and he'll want to. This one, they did it wrong. There's a hole through the side. I'm going to have to be careful about that one. I'm a little crunchy there. Always sucks when you have pitted olives like that end up not being entirely pitted. Go away, you. Oh, it just wants the water. It's just cucumber, regular water, coconut water. Lots of water.
Now, was there garlic at the bottom of this?
At the bottom of your salad.
Okay.
Just 2 cloves worth for you.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be in Greek salad.
Yeah.
Did you catch that guy's coin trick?
I saw it, but I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't catch it the last time I watched it through.
Okay.
Somehow I just missed that.
Oh, yeah. You're thinking you dozed off, or you were working in the kitchen? In the washroom?
Hard to say.
There's a lot in there, so.
So bad.
Yeah.
When I was sick all the time, I was working in Manitoba, I took this every day.
Took what?
Oregano.
Oh.
But I haven't been taking it lately. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I should probably take some. These olives barely taste salty at all.
I don't know if that's good or bad. See what it's like.
That's all I can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll eat the rest later tonight.
You do the same with me.
Yeah.
It's only. I'll probably be saving a lot of it till tomorrow. That's about
You might have to put it in a container or something.
There is a container in a container.
I love the way lemon makes my tongue feel. Anyway.
Well, that makes one of us, but
Yeah, it's
kind of numbs it though. What is it?
no. Stingy.
What?
Anyway, this is my bikini of the day. It has beads on it. It's beautiful.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very nice bikini. I mean, I'm not partial to black, but in this case, really classy. Anyway, just like showing your bikini off while you're eating dinner. That's very classy. Oh, you didn't put any olive oil in yours. Didn't feel like it, eh?
I haven't started it, so I'm going to mix it around, mix the garlic in it, things like that, right?
Lots of cilantro leaves stuck to my teeth.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how they're on there.
Yeah, it's got that. It might be
All
some
over
of the
the
worst things. Oysters and cilantros. Can you imagine eating those together?
No.
No.
Anyway. Guess that's our deck supper.
That's pretty good. I've barely started.
That's good. Greek salad's always good.
That's what I figure. Especially in summer.
Oh yeah.
Where you
Could
don't-
eat it almost every day.
Yeah, summer it's especially nice because it's cool.
I wonder how long it's going to take us to go through the 36 cucumbers.
I don't know how many have we exhausted so far. Got those on Friday.
I think 9.
Oh, we didn't get them on Friday.
Well, we didn't really use up 9 because I have a container of sliced up cucumbers. So I don't know how many we've used up.
Did we get those yesterday?
Yeah?
Okay. Seems like we've had them like for 4 days.
No.
That's what happens when you have little naps. It's like,
Yeah, it's like you have little days. Days that are 5 hours long. It's like magic.
mhm.
And somehow you function with it really well.
Well, it's because it's artificial. If I slept this much without the chemo, I'd be really feeling bad. I find I can even learn doing it because I like getting things that I can fall asleep to.
Yeah, I
It
guess
actually helps
that
learning.
helps. Yeah, because when you wake up, usually you have
I process.
great
But-
ideas. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing. I'm not having so many great ideas this summer. This spring I had a lot of them, but
Well, you're not really doing anything that requires them. I mean, what are you deciphering, some Inuit language or something like that?
wait, I'm looking at what are called cognates in 58 languages and sub-languages and dialects. So it's about 48 languages, around 50, and then they've divided some of them up. So cognates are words that were born at the same time. Really what they're more like is cousins of each other. So what would an example be? Bon in French, bueno in Spanish, right?
Oh, things that are similar?
Yeah, so they come from Latin. Their grandparent or whatever is bonus, bona, bonum. It's 3 different forms for the masculine, feminine, and neuter. Neuter, I think that's the term. And in strictly speaking, in French, it's bon and bun. They got rid of the neuter, right? And in Spanish, it's bueno, buena, I think, something like that. So you look for patterns like that. It's not just in the Romance languages you find it. You find them in the Indo-European languages. Only there's been more drift, right?
Yeah, you were telling me about coyote.
Well, that's strange. I don't know if it's a native Na-Dene word. But yeah, I found it way up in the north there. And then the other languages don't have it that much. So I'm just wondering where it came from. Might be a loan word up there. I don't know. I just thought it would be either like a Navajo language word or a Hopi word. Now, Hopi is Uto Aztec. So Utah was named after the Utes, I think. And the Aztecs were located in Mexico, so that was a language group that spread quite a ways. And right in between those are the Hopi. I think they belong to that.
It's interesting to hear about stuff like that.
Anyway, it's shocking how, they're changing sounds with, which is the L that you don't rumble your vocal cords for. Well, that's something that you're not used to thinking, that a sound is related to an L sound. Or they'll shift with, it sounds that way, but we write it with an L. It's an L that's kind of whispered. Well, the whispering's not exactly doesn't explain what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's I'm kind of just learning, the kind of shifts that they've got. Shifts will vary.
It's interesting to like when I was trying to think, well, how in the world would you spell put a hat? And I guess the closest thing that we came to was pierogi, but it's I guess that's how words mutate.
Well, strictly speaking,
pierogi
kind of like would be the spelling, more like the Russian spelling or something like that. The Russians say G like a G, but the Ukrainians don't. So that is a classic example. It's just a very small change, and once you see it spelled out, you understand. But when you're hearing it, see, this is a problem, and they didn't have a spelling system, right, until recently. So it's hard in English, from English to Frisian, finding the cognates, because the writing system for both languages was developed late. So all you're hearing is all you're seeing is a rendering of the hearing, and you've heard how weird Cockneys sound, right? You're saying, what are they saying? But if it's written down, you can understand it, right? Because the writing is conservative and preservative in a certain sense. Jamaican is a similar sort of thing. It's a very oral kind of language. A lot of the people speaking it, I don't think would be very literate at all. And you're going, what the hey are they saying? And presumably they have the same trouble when hearing us. We'd have just as strong a dialect as they do. It's a mutual kind of thing. And they call it mutual intelligibility, or I guess lack of intelligibility. And it's almost like it's another language. But yeah, I've got 600 pages of it there. 600 pages, and it's just, it's not wall to wall with words this way, but it is this way.
You'll like the coconut
word.
It's kind of sweet.
Okay.
And you've been complaining about getting dehydrated, right? That'll help. From the heat.
A little bit of that. I gotta watch it. I gotta think about it, or else my system slows down. It's chemo I'm taking. Or when I'm not on the chemo.
Right. Well, I guess I should put this away.
Are you getting numb in your fingers? Is that why you're going
And they
numb?
really ache.
Oh, is it because you've been writing so much?
Oh yeah, that's why.
Well, it's just the one hand that's mainly bothering you.
No, it's both of them. So I guess it's not just that I've been writing.
Well, you might be holding a piece of paper. Like I've got
yeah, it's just that I've been writing.
tendonitis here,
Yeah.
just from holding those pieces of paper and writing on them.
Yeah.
I've done so much work in the last 3 days or so, just trying to do just preliminary.
Well, I don't know when I'll be able to get a hold of the. Like I put holds on both volumes of the Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
but
that'd be nice to see
I don't
again
know.
because it invites that, right?
Yeah.
Almost
I don't-
nothing else that would be made for TV, even the best stuff, doesn't really invite you to watch it again right away. I mean, you
No,
might
but this is just the first volume. There's another volume to
Okay.
this event series, right?
Oh,
And
when did they start it up again? Last year.
yeah. So I don't know when it'll come in, and I want to make sure I am up to date when I go into the next one, because getting, I'm so thankful that we have a public library system and that I'm able to get these things on hold.
Yeah, I
And,
know because
can you imagine how much we'd have to pay if we were shelling out for cable and movies and
because
whatever,
cable's
right?
different from Netflix, right? You got to have
Yeah.
the cable. I don't know exactly how it works.
Well, you
out
can't
at
get
this
everything on Netflix either.
Well,
I guess,
not in Canada, but isn't it
well,
getting
yeah,
better
I
in
suppose
Canada?
it's better in
Wouldn't
the
they have
United
got-
States.
I mean, when they were first doing it in Canada, John was saying it was hardly worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Kathy hooked it up at Mom's house, and
Oh,
we finally told her just take it off. 'Cause we,
oh, is that true? Did she
Yeah.
do that for us? Or?
well, I think so. She was
Oh,
trying to
it
be
was,
nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah, we did
I
watch
don't know how
some.
expensive it was. Jeez. I'll pick that up and wash it.
Yeah, I don't know how much it was. It was very nice of her, but we weren't watching it enough to
Yeah.
warrant.
Isn't that, it's too bad, eh?
We should have.
It's because it was the Canadian Netflix. Well, I mean, a person can't waste their time. I mean,
No.
she wouldn't have known that there
Well, I
was such
mostly
groups.
was doing art back then. I wasn't
Oh yeah.
watching TV much.
I was had it on in the background. I kind of like it on in the background, but
Yeah.
so often I really don't watch it.
Yeah, it's like having company
Something like that. Yeah.
that
It's
doesn't pull you
undemanding
away.
company.
Just a minute. You have a
Okay.
hair in there somewhere. There it is.
Okay.
Got
Small
it.
one. Was it the dog hair?
Looks like an anaphrid hair, perhaps. Wow, you're having as much trouble with food as I am.
Well, the food's giving me trouble. It's like I'm being nice to it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
rolling around towards the edge of the plate, I'm making it go towards the center. But some of it doesn't want to cooperate. I was hoping the plate was big enough, and after cleaning up the beans, that there'd be room to do this. But it's still kind of spilling over. But yeah, I'm trying to mix that garlic in so it doesn't set my teeth on edge when I get to it.
Well, I better put this water on part of the yard there.
Which water?
Water to water the garden.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty dry.
Yeah, I should water my place too.
Maybe, yeah. All right.
I saw the plants